Yeah, looks good.
Fox.
Actually, Vox, you want to play Mora? Might be pretty good. Let's stick you on Mora for a bit.
For first
And
first
GTA,
game,
no idea what to
who
play.
wants free shot at shot caller, Joey or Josh?
I don't really care.
I might be
Bless
going
you.
for boobs more, so that's my roommate.
What are you gonna play this game?
Joey, you want shot caller then?
Let's let Joey. Yeah,
For
Joey
sure.
check out.
Well, bless your roommate.
Let me get my speaking voice ready.
Okay, for this first game, Vox, I'd like you to keep track of the enemy team's ultimates, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Joey, let's try something where we hold fast to the door. So let's get everyone in, and then go to the right of the door. Try not to make too much noise.
In here or on the other side of the bridge?
Yeah, other side.
Got you.
Yeah. I just want to knock these off. No one.
Okay, this is the part right here where I was warning about where you want to be super quiet when you approach the door if you're trying to do this Finland strat where you attempt to spawn camp for ultimate charge and whatnot. So, right here, my pen will work.
Ones.
Oh, can I not actually draw in full screen? I can only draw in windowed? Okay, well whatever. We'll do windowed then. Alright, so if you're doing this, you've got to crouch as you approach, and I'd prefer that your team not stand back here if you're doing the spawn camp, and you actually stand right there in front of the payload, whereas Joey and Squid right there behind the payload. So that way, when the enemy team comes out, they'll be either up here or they'll be around here, and you can try and get a good Reinhardt pin over in this area or on this area to start things off.
Touching this. Yeah, go. So everyone go this way. Like, just go to the edge.
Hey.
And then we'll speed out and trap them in their spot. They will never see you. Shh. Alright, ready? Go. No.
Wait, fuck! I don't think it worked.
Okay, so that's the main issue about this strategy here is that yes, because the enemy team comes out in a group and you're caught here in this area on the ramp bridge, you get knocked off and lose 2 people immediately. So you have to be cautious about that sort of thing, especially going against a Hammond player or going against an experienced Lucio or whatnot. You're going to get booped off every single time if you set up in here. So I'd recommend that you set up your defense right here in this area, and then that way you can pin up against the spawn door or pin up against this opposite door down here. So you can have your main fight centered around the payload rather than going on either this side or this side on that right side, if I can draw today, that right bridge over on there. Like it never even happened.
Alright. Well,
Back up.
at least it's a long point. Reset, someone just die.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, if something like that happens and you lose 2 people immediately, just jump in the canal. You can make it even quicker and deny the enemy team ultimate charge. Because if you're looking at this, like, your hamster, well, the enemy team hamster is already at 75% ultimate charge. So, yeah, that's a lot of ultimate charge to start things off, and of course, your team is kind of at nil right now, so.
Oh,
So I guess they heard us then.
That's
I
alright.
didn't know it was planned at
If
all.
you lose this, you get a second fight anyway before the checkpoint, so.
Yeah,
we
let's
got
go.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. All right, speed. McCree behind.
Outside?
You guys like to barrier really early, like really, really early. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. And watch this again, so special focus
Listen.
on
All right, speed.
Miggy and Joey here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, Miggy, you already used personal. You use personal, and then you're gonna barrier Joey. So you get a little bit of ultimate charge off the flame strike, but not enough to engage with. Also, check your corners here, because you have enemy McCree right there, and then you want to make sure that nobody's hiding on this side as well.
McCree behind.
Outside?
McCree right.
Dead?
Ooh, that ash hurts. We're gonna need someone to touch.
Alright, there, you did it again. You bubbled way too early. So, just save that barrier for when you know you're going to take damage, and then you'll get much more energy coming off of the Reinhardt player here. Unfortunately, you lost your Reinhardt a little early there, so the fight is definitely in favor of red team. Now keep in mind, they have a Lucio main, by the way. You don't want to be standing here because you're too close to the edge.
Yeah, they got a boosted dash.
I'm on point. I'm point.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nice to... Ooh.
Alright, Bob's just going to be a pain in the butt here to deal with, but what you need to do is that you already know that you're down 2 players. So Joey, you don't want to be here. You want to be over here and then retreating across the bridge. That way you have Bob here with your shield protecting you as the Reinhardt player as you're going across the bridge. In the center of the bridge, preferably.
Anyone else getting spawn here? Alright, stolen. Careful. Back out, MGT. There you go. Back out, still back out.
Good pick on Ron there. Now, what you're going to want to do, Stolen, is back up, like way back up. And probably take this high ground up here. Take up here, or you can take above the archway until you wait for your reinforcements, because your Zarya got super long spawn as well as your Reinhardt, so it's going to take some time for them to regroup with you.
Back out, stolen back.
There.
We don't have any of our tanks. Alright, no dynamite?
Here, good positioning up there. Take that high ground, keep that high ground, but your Reinhardt and your Zarya can stay on the low ground, because what you guys need to do is you guys need to push them back so that you can contest the payload so that it stops moving. Now, as I told Vox to keep track of ultimates, you should know that this is happening right now, especially Valkyrie. So, you're going to have to answer Valkyrie with the Coalescence. As soon as their Mercy hits Valkyrie, you can answer with Coalescence, and then you do your best to build that Grav and Earth Shatter as quickly as possible, while blocking their Earth Shatter and negating that.
Alright, we can push in over top, over top, over top, over top. Let's go. Speed, speed, point. Point.
Interesting position up here. You might be able to reach them with heals, but Moira's range is kind of limited. I believe it's 10 meters. So, if you can't orb them and reach them with healing, then you're just going to have to drop down. But unfavorable position if you drop down, but the engagement's already happened.
Got the Lucio away?
Yeah, see, okay, you're standing right here, Fox, but you're a little bit too far. You're too far out of range to hit your Reinhardt with healing, and you definitely can't hit your Zarya. So, yeah, you're gonna need to be down here with Moira if you're running the Lucio. If you want to run the Lucio Moira comp with Ryan Zarya, you have to be in melee range of them to heal them.
Someone near
Get
you
up.
is a very low Ash.
Perhaps a chance of your Lucio player here going for a boop and getting one, but just keep that in mind if you're a Lucio player. Anytime the enemy team's on the edge, be aware of those boops.
Ryan's low, Ryan's low. I'm just on point with Miggy.
You see that? You see that?
Ryan's low, Ryan's low.
I got the Ash.
It's actually really, really good Bob placement right there, because not only are you able to deny sightlines here to the payload, you're forcing everybody to either go in here or to go around the corner, right around there, or stay in the hallway. So, yeah, I like that. Good pick off on the Mercy. And kill the Hammond.
There's two.
That's ours.
Nice.
There you go.
Good.
I got Shatter
Good
next
fight win
fight.
there.
Watch it. Dynamite. Nope.
Okay, this is where teams sometimes can spend too many ultimates on the next following fight. Good fight win here, guys, but you have Sound Barrier, Shatter, Dragon Strike, and Coalescence. Now, you're probably going to need to Coalescence in this next fight, so don't worry about that. Coalescence builds quickly. Sound Barrier only if your team is low, or you need to answer the enemy team's Sound Barrier as well, because that's the only ultimate they have bringing to the table for this next fight. So, don't waste Shatter unless you have to Shatter to win the fight. If you have numerical advantage to start things off across the bridge, then you don't need to use anything too big.
We're fine, we're fine. No one should be behind us, right?
No,
Nobody's
it's
behind us.
Alright. Dolan, you're up there.
I like that call out. Make sure that nobody's behind you, though they aren't running people who necessarily flank, so don't spend too much time watching your back when you know that, well, 5 people are in front of you, and they're running Ashe and McCree. So, do keep that in mind, please.
We can hold up here. I got my ult.
I like the dragon placement here. That opens things up for the Earth Shatter. But once the dragons go off and people split, that's where you have to shatter to make things work. Because you have the window of opportunity here to get both tanks in the shatter and take out the Reinhardt. If you don't take out the Reinhardt, you will probably lose the fight because of the sound barrier.
Push forward, push forward.
Watch out, Hammond. Oh,
Lucio
wow, okay.
point, Lucio point, Lucio point.
He's one. He got booped out of my line of sight.
Ash up top.
Nice.
We staggered him.
Mercy.
Ash,
top
Mercy on point.
Mercy sap. Mercy's one. Should I finish?
Fall back, fall back, fall back. We're missing our main tank. Push him to a corner.
Alright, right here. As soon as you have barrier up, Iggy, wait until Joey initiates barrier, and then barrier yourself, and move up together as a unit. So you guys gotta work on that. Also, Vox, once your tanks are in front of you, this is an okay position, but you can move up a little bit. You don't have to be too afraid of Mr. McCree and Miss Ashe if you are able to LOS and stand kind of around here in this little area here. You got to be close enough to your tanks to keep them alive with Moira.
Ash, Bob
Hammond
low.
behind us.
And this again goes to positioning with Reinhardt that I noticed, is that you don't want to be in the middle with Reinhardt. You want to play the corners. Since you're giving up the corner here with the payload, you must play this corner around the pillar here. That way you can get the barrier from your Zarya and you can retreat a little bit around the corner. You don't have to be out in the open, because if you get flash banged by the McCree, then he can shatter you.
Watch out.
Also, playing around the corners helps prevent you getting hard pinned into the wall or something like that from a longer distance. So, gives you a little bit of more freedom to move around the corner and avoid the pin or avoid the shatter if you need to. Drop your shield and recharge, but your shield health has been pretty good to this point.
Contesting.
And this is fine right here. All you need to do is milk time off the clock. So if you can burn another 20 seconds here, then that's pretty much all you can do in this situation. So just your Lucio can contest, and you can contest, and your Moira can contest, and whoever's right there.
I have dragon.
Oh, yeah.
McCree low, McCree
Oh,
low.
I died.
Alright, now, when you are contesting though and milking time off the clock, don't use your coalescence. Save your coalescence for the next fight, because when you re-engage, you will need that to keep your Reinhardt and your Zarya alive, so that you can probably shatter first and then go, but if you need the big play, you can always do the combo with the Grav and Dragon Strike. But I think for this next fight, you would want to open up with grab and dragon strike. It doesn't matter if they have sound barrier. You can probably get through it with the extra damage from your Ash Dynamite, your Reinhardt swings, and your Orb and Coalescence could finish things off as well.
Ash behind.
Let's go. Let's go.
We're contesting.
Yep.
So
Still here.
Ryan still is all.
Pushing McCree back. McCree Mercy is pushed back.
Yeah, this is unfortunate timing that things got split because it wasn't a clean combo like you needed, but I wouldn't worry about overcommitting ultimates to stop a checkpoint right before they're going to capture the checkpoint. The reason being is because if you overcommit here and you lose the fight, then they're just going to snowball and probably get halfway before the final checkpoint, and they'll still have a bunch of time left on the clock. So if the more ultimates that you bait out on defense, the worse the snowball can be if you're the ones giving up the big ultimates right now, because you have nothing left to stop them other than maybe Bob, but I don't know how effective that's going to be against this composition. They do have a lot of damage on this comp, so surprisingly.
Let's go. Run.
Run low.
Mercy.
Watch back half. Watch back half. Okay, we're good. Push forward.
Now, I do like that because you did win the fight, you are pushing forward, that's good, and you want to keep milking time off the clock since now you have a slight advantage here. If you can kill the McCree and you can stagger another player, maybe the Ash, then you will buy definitely a lot more time here, so that's good. Build up those ultimates a little bit on those picks as you retreat, as the enemy team retreats, red team retreats across the bridge.
Right. So someone watch
McCree.
behind the point.
Yeah, just watch yourself up here because you need to be aware of where the Hammond is and where these guys are because you don't want to get booped off the bridge. So just come on back and retreat in through the building. Just not here. Just stay away from this whole area so you don't get booped off.
In case the Hammond has to back up.
Got you, Joey. Joey, speed back. Just keep shield forward. Speed back. Alright, we're good.
Now, what you can do here is, because you do have a full shield, you can keep spamming your Zarya right clicks across the bridge and wear their shield down or get a little bit of ult charge more towards that grab, because you're going to need the grab to stop them after they get this next checkpoint, or if they do. So you can keep your Reinhardt here on the corner in a safe location, and then Miggy as Zarya, you can stand right here and spam your right clicks over across the bridge and try and get as much damage in as you can.
I got back.
Halfway from ult.
You gotta watch out for Shadow.
Let's go high ground. Are you someone might be high
Hammond, I
ground?
think, has ult too.
I got you, Joe. I can wall over.
They're going left side.
They're going high ground.
Okay, now I like your use of high ground here, but you, like I said before, you could have spent a little more time on the chip damage down here, especially with your range DPS, because you have both range damage, so you could do more work down there before moving up to the high ground. But since you're up here, get into a position where your damage can attack them either across or through the window so that you guys can do something. You don't want to just stand here and not get any ultimate charge.
They're for sure going high ground. Lucio behind. Lucio, Mercy's right here.
Side.
Hammond,
Okay, here's the thing. This is what the Hammond wanted you to do. The Hammond wanted you to forfeit the high ground and go back down to the low ground to contest. But you have a Lucio, so the Lucio can contest the Hammond on the payload. So don't worry about that. You 5 need to be up here and win the high ground fight against the enemy team coming in through the corridor.
Too bad.
Sure,
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I got dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Now that's unfortunate. You do have to realize where the Hammond is when he does the pile driver, but since you weren't really sure about where he was and you lost your Reinhardt, then you need to retreat. Don't waste too much time here in a losing fight, because you're only down, well, yeah, you're down 2 players, but you want to get these 2 to try and overcommit so that you can punish them in this corridor and then make it a 4v4, and then you can go back in and contest the payload. You might have enough time to pull that off.
Down 2. Down 2. Just die on point. Die.
There, good use of Bob. That's what I want to see right here, because that forces out Deadeye and maybe a couple other ultimates. Maybe you get the Reinhardt to use Earthshatter here, and that's what you want to do. You want to be in control of the ultimate economy going into this last point.
Point. Die point.
I have ult.
Now, Miggy, you almost have ultimate, but you're super low HP. So what I need you to do is back up so you don't die and you maintain a good amount of charge. It's okay if they push it right here. You do have a couple members who can contest if they need to step a toe here and then get back into cover, but for the most part, Miggy, you need to stay alive here because of your charge, and because if you die before, or if you die with Grav, you can't get rezzed, and you've got to wait for your Reinhardt to come back. So just try and hold out here as long as you can. I like the barrier onto Bob there, just in case.
Okay.
Oh,
That's unfortunate. But since you were here, yeah, I mean, this goes back to before, because if you're able to get a little more ult charge, you would have been able to get Grav here and then Grav the enemy team right here and save your team that got shattered. So little things like that can go a long way in very critical situations like this.
Oh, fuck.
oh.
Stalling cart.
Okay, well, you don't have Shatter yet, Joey, but here's what you can do. You can either take on the direct fight with Weave here, or you can go to the cart, charge in, and swing away, and try and get Shatter for the next fight, just to try and milk maybe another 5 or 6 seconds off the clock.
Alright, that's fine. Just die and fall back, back. All the way out. Go back to the main doors.
Stone, go grab Stone.
Okay, so yes, this is the important combo that we need here to wipe them off the point. The win condition is to bait out Sound Barrier so that you can do the Queen Grav Dragon Strike combo and win the next team fight, which will happen about right here.
Alright, hold on. We still miss our main tank.
It's not a bad barrier. I don't know if you're feeling the pressure here or not, but when you barrier yourself make sure you give them an opportunity to hit you a little bit so that you can get that energy back. And then perhaps your next barrier can go on NGT.
I'm back.
Stalling,
Alright,
tell me
we
when
go.
you're ready.
Ash, come on.
It's not a bad barrier, but I'd say it's a little bit premature because he's not actually engaged with the enemy Reinhardt yet. So I think with you specifically, Miggy, work on your barrier timing. Wait for your projected until your Reinhardt's engaged with the enemy Reinhardt, and use personal when you know you're going to take damage and be a juicy target for the enemy team.
Left
I
side.
got it.
Ready? Now.
What's your Lucio doing? It's kind of like over here a little bit, but up in the air, and then down here, and then... Huh.
Mercury right side.
Okay, that's just unfortunate that you missed the Dragon Strike, but the win condition here would be to eliminate the Reinhardt. So you guys need to like get up into the Reinhardt's face when he's grabbed and kill him. That would be good.
Too close. Fuck.
Too close, yeah.
Okay, so you ended up wasting the big combo, which is a feels bad moment. Feels really bad. But you might still be able to... Okay, no, your Lucio died, so... Okay, the sound barrier would have helped you turn this around. If you can keep your Reinhardt alive in this fight and just back off a little bit around that corner. That corner. That's where you want to be. So your whole team can go there, back off, regen your shield, heal up a little bit. Don't worry about what the hamster's doing. The hamster can't threaten you directly from this angle. He's going to have to roll in and try and do something. But everybody else on the enemy team is back here. So, yeah. That's what I would do in that situation. Try not to use Earth Shatter immediately because you're going to need it for the next fight. But try and stay alive so that until your Lucio comes back, then you can sound barrier and go in and cause some mayhem.
Dirty right clicker right side.
It's Hammond.
Nice pin on the Hammond. And this is exactly where I want you guys, all of you guys, to be. Well, not all. That's okay that Hanzo's over here or playing the corner, any corner. But you want the main death ball of your comp to be LOS'd around the corner from these guys so that you're not in direct line of fire from their hit scan at this very moment until your Lucio gets back.
Yo, Hammond's
Mercury
above.
might be flanking
Just
right.
have-
Got him?
Nice.
Nice shatter. This is what I want to see from you, Joey. I want to see those big opportunities where you can go in and shatter. But I want the rest of your team to follow up here and not use sound barrier unless they use sound barrier. So go in, kill the Reinhardt first, and then clean up the rest of the team because, well, without Reinhardt, that composition doesn't work too well.
Come back in.
Let's go.
Huge.
We got it. No more ults.
Oh,
And that's the thing about that is that once you get a huge shatter like that, you kill the Reinhardt first, then you try and kill as many support players as possible. You can stagger the DPS a little bit, but since they don't have a diva, you don't have to worry about doing that kind of thing. Like, you don't have to worry about doing the long stagger. But this is where you need to set up. Right here on top of the archway so that you can get nice, juicy sight lines down towards their spawn. And you can build up your ultimates a little bit quicker. build up the Dragon Strike, build up the Grav, because you're going to need that big combo again at the end, because you have just enough time left on the clock where you will need it for either the next fight or the fight after in overtime to kick them off the payload. You need to evict red team off the payload. So the best way of doing that with the win condition would be to build up your
Nice.
wombo combo of
Alright,
the
Vox,
Grav
give me an update on
and
what
the
ultimates
Dragon
the
Strike.
enemy team has.
I think Lucio has no. Ash probably has not again. McCree obviously does. And
They have
then
a
there's
Zarya right
in
now?
play now.
Alright, pretty good job from you, Vox. I haven't heard that you've been keeping track of team ultimates until I asked you to 2 nights ago. So good job here, good job here. Grenz, I'll give you a pass on Grenz. Grenz builds his ultimates very quickly, so being on the lookout for Bob is okay. You missed a Valkyrie, so do keep track of when the enemy Mercy will have Valkyrie. That's very important. And I like how you recognize that the Zarya is on the field for the enemy team.
They're coming bottom. They're coming library.
Okay. Yeah, as an Ashe player, I know this isn't one of your usual players, but you don't want to get caught up out in the open like this against another Ashe of either equal or better skill. Also, callouts for here. Your Lucio and you as Moira need to notice who dies and where they die so you can tell the enemy team Ashe is flanking left side. Because everybody else is up here. That's okay if Miggy and Joey are up here and you're up here. That's good. That's so that you let Stolen know that there's a flanking Ashe over there so that she can take care of it and Lucio can help out a little bit too.
Or not.
Sorry, it's half.
You gotta Ash that side doorway.
Ash is half.
Nice use of sound barrier there. I like that. And you block the shatter. That's good.
Nice block. He's one.
Ryan's low.
Okay. Here's where the thing. Okay, here's where things get a little strange. Is that yes, you build up Dragon Strike quickly. You can save it for. You can save this one for Miggy's ult, or you can just use this one now. But the placement of the Dragon Strike, you have to know where the enemy team is. They're right there. The Dragon Strike went this way. So you want to be a little more aware of where the enemy team is in a corridor and whatnot. You can cut them off by dragon striking behind the enemy team, where it kind of goes down that way a little bit towards the archway, so that you keep the enemy team here, thus allowing your team to build ultimates and capitalize on that.
Support our Ryan. Support our Ryan.
Mercy's half.
I'm dead.
Okay. If you can, try and barrier your Reinhardt here before he gets shoved into the wall.
No healers right now. Back up. You're missing.
Ryan's
Okay, since you didn't have barrier up for your Reinhardt, next best target, good. Now let's see how
No.
this plays out.
They have no res.
Go for Merc.
Okay, this is the part where you need to get out. Like, you need to get out now. So, either retreat around the corner or retreat back towards your spawn.
Mercy if you can.
Oh god. Bob.
I do like the use of your Bob just to delay things a little bit here. because, well, he's got 1200 HP, so why not? And that will give you just enough time to get back. Also, they use sound barrier. They wasted sound barrier here, so like Christmas came early. Good. You might have Grav for the next fight to stall, and then as soon as you Grav, everybody needs to pour everything they have into this. Also, I'm gonna replay this a little bit here because
Ryan's down. They have no res.
Go for Mercy if you can.
okay, yeah, okay, this is what I thought. All right, Vox, you wasted Coalescence here. I know you're trying to be heroic and keep Bob alive, but you needed Coalescence for the next fight because you need to contest the payload when it's right there. Not right here. You already lost the fight, so keep that in mind.
Oh god. Bob.
Fall back. I can contest.
Right, we got one last fight. Ready? It's going.
Contesting.
This is a little dangerous for what your Lucio is doing because he's like right in the middle of 5 other of the enemy team, and you don't need to necessarily contest the cart yet. The Lucio could be over here or over here, just kind of messing around and then speed boosting your team in from spawn so that you can contest. Because if he gets picked off here, it's not ideal. Also, NGT shouldn't have died there.
If you got me.
Good. Good barrier onto your Reinhardt there. That was a good barrier. Alright, now you use personal on yourself. A little early. They're not really focusing you yet.
Fast
Almost have
characters. Fast heroes.
Alright, what?
If you got
Yeah,
me.
you use projected on Joey, then you use personal on
Fast
yourself. Okay, okay, Vox. You're like not even on my screen. You're like down here. Yeah, you need to be like up here to heal your tank. Yeah. So, first things first, as soon as your tank goes in, healing orb, right there, healing orb, goes in, and then you go in. You don't have to fade in, but unless you need to actually absolutely hit your tank. Maybe the engagement took place a little bit too soon for your supports to catch up, but you need to be in range of your Reinhardt when he contests the cart. So that's 10 meters. So that's like you need to be standing like where Miggy is right here so that you can heal your Reinhardt and keep him alive here.
Fast heroes. Hanzo touch.
Yeah, okay, now you damage orb. You can healing orb on Miggy. Maybe he has a lot of HP, but it's going to go down really, really quick because he's the only focused target right here.
I vault.
Big Grav, unfortunately, no follow-up, but, I mean, the rest of your team's dead and almost dead, so what can you do, really?
No follow through.
Oh.
That's
Nice boop.
fine, that's fine. Just stall it to overtime.
Strider.
Yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if your Reinhardt's here, pretend Leave is your Reinhardt, right here is a good distance. Like, just keep that in mind. You don't want to be any further back than that if you're healing your friendlies. Like, just NGTs here, so you can back up a little bit more than that, but yeah, you get the idea. It's 10 meters.
It's all to overtime.
Ooh. Somehow, the shatter didn't kill you.
I got enough time.
All right, we got overtime.
Okay, good stall on cart. You have Earth Shatter now. Unlucky, it got blocked, but good try.
Fast characters, fast characters. Say point. Point 3. Point 0.03. We can't get off of that at all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, if you have a DPS that dies or whatever, like this hero, if this hero dies at the Ash, they can switch on Diva and come back a little bit quicker. Like, just stuff like that. If one of you can play Hammond, you can get back on Hammond a little bit quicker. Doomfist is fine. Like, sometimes if you have a little bit more room, you can use the May to stall, but, you know, you got it into overtime, so that's pretty much the best you could do in this situation. You got a little bit unlucky there with the Earthshatter being blocked.
Alright, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, good swaps, good stalls, but the thing about Miggy and Joey here, you two have to coordinate more as main tank and off tank. So Miggy, I need to hear your call out for I have barrier for
Yeah,
you,
for sure.
Joey,
For sure.
and whatnot, so that you guys can play the corners, and when you get barrier, you can swing away, and then Miggy can move in front of you and gain more energy and whatnot. So I'd just like to see better coordination between you two to start things off. Also,
I got you. Do we run? Hang on.
I like this guy. He knows what he's talking about. I know it was a little bit late for you, Miggy, over there in the UK, but yeah, when it's early and you're normally doing comp, just call out your barriers, and I have confidence that you and Joey are going to get on the same page and develop that main tank, off tank synergy that you need for the Zarya Reinhardt. So more time in practice and more time in scrims will help develop that connection.
My bad. Do we want to run dive or death ball?
Do you want to go like behind them possibly? Go to the right bridge?
Yeah. For sure.
Also, I just see a
Maybe
black screen.
Yes, I'm.
Well, not. Oh, okay.
You should see a
Also,
stream
I
about
can-
7 seconds.
This is just the assembling team.
Yeah.
Vox, I need you to actually say that stuff out loud.
Okay.
Also, I can't make as many callouts because it's 1:45 in the morning and I have a family.
People who have lives, I respect you. I really do.
No worries.
So I
Just do
can
your
still
best.
call it out, but just not as loud.
Yeah, for sure. Just anything will help, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, if you're playing Zarya again, let Stolen know when you have Grav and whatnot for the follow through, because her ult's the best follow through
Yeah.
that you have right now. So, because if you timed it as well as you could have wiped them off the cart and not even gone into overtime. But I mean, it was still a good stall. So.
Alright, are we going behind them?
Alright, when you have your usual teammate back, none of this. None of that. That's not good. Unless you want to actually run Pirate Ship here with, like, you know, Miggy, I know you play Zarya, or, not, well, yes, you play Zarya, but Orisa Barrier. Orisa Barrier on the payload, and then you can put your little Torb turret there, and then, you know, Bastion if you want to go cheese comp and do a little cancer, whatnot, whatever, like, that works. But no, solo Torb with some dive and Hanzo. No Torb here. No Torb here, people. Don't do it. It's bad.
Let's see what they got first.
Some look on top.
Yeah, we can.
I'm checking side. No one else outside. Alright.
Let's go ahead.
Hanzo's.
Okay. If you want to be ideal about the group composition here, you know they have Hammond. You played against Hammond last round. They have a hamster main. What you need to do is this player, whoever it is in your set group, needs to go out on Sombra. And they need to run their little invisible rear end over here and say, hey guys, they're running Hamster, Reinhardt, Genji, Hanzo. They're running Shimada Bros with Hamster, Reinhardt. Like, let's make the swap. Stay Sombra. This player in your group needs to stay Sombra. Hanzo is good. Dive is okay if you follow up Dive with your Lucio. Now your Lucio here is the issue because you need to be with the rest of your team. Lucio, please. And then you 4, or you 3 in this case, because ideally you want Sombrero with your Lucio, Diva, and your Winston. So those 3 can work as a unit with Sombra and Dive, while you have your Mercy flying around supporting the rest of the team, or damage boosting your Hanzo. Damage boost your Hanzo. Hanzo is good to damage boost.
Top.
Should we go in?
Boosted by Mercy.
I'm gonna point.
Okay. Good jump here. That's okay. Now, what I need from you as Diva Miggy is you need to follow your Winston over here. So, what you need to do is, as soon as Winston drops down, barrier here actually. That's so that Stolen can try and get a pick on either their Mercy or their Hanzo. When the barrier goes down, get in that little room there, wait for your cooldowns to come back up, and then reinitiate as a unit with your Lucio onto the high ground and kill those 2.
I'm gonna point. For visual, DMing.
Moving him back.
I'm just kind of ignoring the fact that
Hamster.
You guys can get the
Genji
Mega.
behind.
you have Torb because... No.
Hammond.
Yeah, because that's why I said Sombra, because Sombra can take care of this guy, hack him, he's hamster feed now, alt charge, free alt charge for the rest of your wonderful group. And that will take care of your pesky Hammond. I know you won't face Hammond in every single group because Hammond's not meta. He's kind of one of those weird niche heroes that kind of works with Winston and Diva if you're doing like a weird dive kind of thing. But yeah, when you do come across hamster mains, bring out the Sombra, and Sombra will take care of the hamster.
Alright, I'm healing point. I'm the only healer right now.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Yeah, go back.
Fall back a little bit. Fall back.
I'm with you, Winston.
Hammond.
Okay. Now, it feels like when you're running dive here, there's no coordinated plan. Now, this will take a lot of time in scrims and custom games and synergy in practicing in quick play and comp to get this down. But out here in the open with no plan against these guys, you're asking for trouble. So just either go over here or go over here, find some cover, LOS, until you get your full 6-man squad back and come up with a plan, and then reinitiate. Don't stand out in the open.
Hammond. Watch it, Mercy.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Merry Christmas. They wasted Dragon Strike.
Speeding out. Alright, just back out. Alright. Nah.
Lol. Okay, as I said earlier, please avoid going too far over this side when facing Reddit Lucio and Hamster Main, because, well, you know what happens. Okay, Miggy. I know I'm picking on you a lot lately. You know I like you. No. Nope. Nope. Get back in spawn, wait for your team to regroup. You're feeding, Miggy. Don't feed. Don't be a feeder. This I like from you. I like this from you because you're being sneaky. Get a couple picks, that's okay. They can't really touch you over here, and you can also wall climb up or come back over this way should you choose, or you can go continue on towards that far left side and take the high ground. So that's okay for a DPS player to do that. Don't do that as a tank. Yeah, because right now you're wasting so much time off the clock, and time is precious. The first 10 seconds is okay to scout with the Sombra. That's what professionals do. That's why they do it. They change their group comp accordingly to what the enemy team has, and then they get together, they form a plan, and then they go for it. They execute the plan. This is looking very chaotic because everybody's just kind of like out in the middle of nowhere and people aren't on the same page, so this is something you guys need to work on. Don't be out in the open doing nothing. Now I know sometimes in Overwatch it's good to do nothing when you're regrouping in spawn or around a corner where the enemy team can't touch you until the rest of your team gets back as a full 6 group. But for this, no, don't do this. This is bad.
I think we want some CC for that Hammond. He's just rolling us.
Just
I could
stay
go-
in spawn. Stay in spawn until we got 6.
Solon, you okay there?
Yep. Yep.
Lucia low.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I'm glad he swapped to Sombra. Best choice for him here. Very good. Now, use a barrier. You wasted barrier, but the good news is that what you need to do is you need to jump up here and take the high ground with your diva. That way you're over these guys and you're able to threaten them. They're playing on low ground. Take high ground. Also, your Lucio here can come over around here and try and boop your enemy Reinhardt off. Just an idea.
I can ult this. Go in, Joey.
Let's go. Watch out, watch out.
A little odd use of a sound barrier, but because the minefield's there, I'll let this one slide. I mean, okay, I guess you need something to initiate, because, well, the first minute and a half has kind of been thrown out the window, but at least all of you are together as 6. Initiate onto them and kill them. Easier said than done, but yes. Coordination. Work on the coordination.
I have home.
Okay, this is... I mean, okay. Whatever. Your Sombra's finally taking Hammond out of the fight. That's fine, whatever. I wish your Sombra went in and actually, like, you know, assisted in killing Lucio and Mercy. But he hacked Hamster, so Hamster's out of this fight.
Lucio.
Hammond's still.
You are so screwed. Yeah, Grenz is having a field day now.
To a
Hammond in the
point.
back.
He didn't get any kills with his Dragon Blade. Shame on you, Grenz. Shame on you, Grenz. You should have killed Stolen.
Mercy's half.
Rising Winston.
Decent shatter. Where are you dragon striking actually? I want to see this in. Yeah. Okay.
Never
Oh. Oh, it got reflected. Okay. Okay. So I assumed you were gonna dragon strike the Reinhardt and Lucio, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Good idea. Execution wasn't quite there, but in theory, a good idea. Might as well. You need some momentum, some play to get you guys going. So, why not? What? What happened here? Okay. Fox, you're right here. Oh, are you going for a res? Tell me if you're going for a res.
Mercy's half.
You're going for a res. Okay. Oh, okay. You get res, you go for the res, you get shattered, and then you get booped off the edge. Okay, alright. Alright, that's what happens. Alrighty then. That's a feels bad moment. Feels bad. Okay. Well, good try on the res, at least. You're trying to do something, but yes, please. Just go back and spawn. Just sit back and spawn until you have the full 6 again, and then try the dive again. Or switch to goats or something. Like in this situation, just you almost have primal, so I would just I'd try this one more time with primal and Valk and get something going, but just do it as 6. Do it as 1 unit. An absolute unit, Miggy. We need the absolute unit.
We need more CC against this Hammond.
Right. I'm
Going
going
fast.
Oh, you have D-Max. Feels bad.
I'm gonna get the stone off, and I think we should just go back to death blow. Alright, I'm gonna go to Reinhardt.
Interesting choice here with the Hog and the Winston, but because they do have the Hammond, it might work. Easy hook targets. Hacked Hammond. Ryan who drops a shield. Little hook on their Hanzo. That can open things up quite nicely. So I won't hate on the comp. And you still have Sombra, so that's good. Primal and Valk. Primal when you need to save yourself. Valk to help initiate.
Yeah, I think I said. Right now the Hanzo's just getting
Back out, back in.
Whatever.
Spawn.
Hammond's hacked, Hammond's hacked, Hammond's hacked.
I can't.
Dragon strike nothing. Nice. 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 Okay, now. Hamster. Don't let the hamster get away. Oh, you missed the...
Hammer's low.
Speeding.
Rising Winston.
I'm glad you didn't get booped off. By the way, you can... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just LOS around the cart while you're
Back
taking a
around
breather,
corner.
then go back in.
Lucio has ult, Lucio has ult.
Kill the
I'm the one
Hammond.
who-
Yes, thank
Let's
you.
go in, let's go in.
Push.
Nice. You can call it Lucio. It's okay. Make him sound barrier, and then that way you'll be able to reinitiate hack the Reinhardt when he comes back. But in the short term, you can try and hack the Lucio right now. That way it'll prevent him from sound barriering. Or you can hack Mercy. Mercy has Valk. By the way, Vox, you can be vocal. Let your team know when the enemy Mercy has Valkyrie and when they have sound barrier.
Lucio's got his ult.
Lucio has ult. He's hacked, Lucio's hacked.
Good. Good call out. I like that. That's okay. Other people can make the call outs when they know that the enemy team has a certain ultimate. That's good too.
Genji hat.
Nice.
Got Lucio? Oh no.
Now. Joey and Sombra finish off the Lucio. That is your win condition. Nice.
Nice.
Genji low.
Now, who do you go after? Next. As Winston. That would be this guy. Close to building another Dragon Blade. Take the Genji out of the picture and then move forth. Move forth.
Genji's
Genji's hack, Genji's
gun.
hack, Genji's hack, Genji's hack.
Getting heals.
Nice hook.
Hold Reinhardt. Run.
Ryan.
Watch out for the mines, but stay on the Reinhardt. All three of you there.
We got Hammond on payload.
He's one.
That's a feels bad.
On. Bullshit. No more ults.
Alright, okay.
Okay. The fight was probably lost before you went for the res, but because you went for the res and they bladed, never go for a res while they blade. That is a important mercy rule. Don't do that. Might as well just back off and regroup at spawn. You've got probably 2 more fights if you time it right. But next fight, you'll have Sound Barrier, you'll have Whole Hog, you'll have EMP, probably Valkyrie if you could stay alive here. So yeah, you'll be sitting pretty good for next fight. You should get the checkpoint next fight. You should with 4 ultimates. And that is why you don't res in that situation. Don't res when the enemy Genji pulls out a blade. Ever. Just make sure you know that.
Back out. Feeding him. Alright,
Hang
Genji.
back.
Let's go right bridge. Go right bridge.
This is totally fine. This is cool. Now, you know they do have a Lucio, and they have a Hammond, so keep in mind of that. I don't want to see anybody get booped off here, but this is the quickest way back. Also, your Sombra can run on that far left side and get behind, and then EMP when they group up on the payload, which would be over there.
Hammond coming in.
Hammond's out here.
Their hand.
I was hoping you'd make that hook. That would have been a juicy hook, but good try though.
Should have
Right
ult,
bridge,
and then
ready?
Genji should have ult again too.
Yeah, we gotta go though.
Go right bridge. Go right bridge. Hammond coming in.
Hammond's out here.
Their Hammond should have
Right
ult,
bridge,
and then
ready?
Genji should have ult again.
Their Hammond should have ult, and their Genji should have ult. I hope it's not too much for you, but the Genji just whipped out the blade and killed you about 10 seconds ago. Don't lose track. Stay focused. Stay focused. Also, the Ryan hasn't used Earthshatter in like 2 minutes. Sound Barrier, you should know that. Hamster, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because Hammond builds up ultimate quickly and he was being very active. Okay, obviously a no on this and a no on that. But Genji does not have Blade and should not have Blade until this hits 0. Or you get the checkpoint.
Again to you.
Yeah, we gotta go though. We don't want him to get us
Speed.
that.
This is okay, but make sure you deal with, your team either deals with enemy Lucio or you put yourself in a position where you won't get knocked off by the Lucio. You should be able to lunge back up should you get knocked off, but just in case, be aware of that. I know you're on Genji here, so that is good.
Thing back.
Oh my god.
Pretty good EMP. I'll give that a 7 out of 10. It could have been a little bit better here, but they weren't exactly closely grouped. Sound barrier was a little bit early, but I mean, I'm nitpicking here, I know.
Ryan's got his ult. I'm pushing him back.
Okay. 4. Grenz is in the back line somewhere. Where's the 5th person? Or the 6th person on their team? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Genji 1.
Genji's down.
Heals on point, guys.
Oh, you lost your Reinhardt again. That sucks.
Hammond.
Coming out. Stolen back out.
Okay. Sombra here is good. Sombra can stay here, hack the Mercy, try and kill the Mercy, back off, either here or there, and then come back in. This right here, yeah, if you can, Lucio players in general, speed boost your friendly teammate back when the fight is lost.
Stolen back out.
Mercy's half.
MGG, we're probably have you touch here.
Oh, this is good for a Sombra player right here. Yep. All alone. Sombra needs to come in and hack that.
Or either one else.
Yeah, nice. Okay, Dragon Strike catches Reinhardt. There's an opening. Hammond just used mines. So walk around mines. Oh, you've got Whole Hog. Okay, you can help clear the mines and kill the Hampton. Hammond. Kill the Miggy. You know what to do, Miggy, here. You're doing it. Good job.
Did we touch?
Yeah, we're touching.
Oh, that sucks.
And we're touching. We're touching.
I get a miss.
Nice. You got the hack on the Mercy. Off screen. Yes.
Get a miss.
Mercy.
Good. Good call-outs. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. I like it. Yes. Keep with it. Good.
Mercy's back. Mercy's back.
Mercy has Valk.
Good. Good chase down here by Lucio. Yep.
Got Mercy,
Nice.
got Mercy.
Nice.
Hammond.
Good. Okay, this is where everything comes together. Like, the call-outs just start happening. It's like, it's overtime. Everybody needs to get serious. Everybody gets serious. I like it. I like it. You waited until the 11th hour, but it's happening. It's coming together now.
Huh?
Nice. Hack on to the Hanzo.
Hanzo.
On the Zach.
Heal point.
That sucks. You should have been aware that in overtime, like I said before, that the Genji will have ult. Ideally, yeah, hack the Genji if you can, rather than the Hanzo. But It sucks that you weren't able to kill the Hanzo, who has like 5 HP, but, you know. Yeah.
No healers. Guess I'm no healers. Be back.
Damn.
Alright.
Your defense went pretty well, but gosh, the attack was really, really sloppy. It needs, your dive needs work. Your dive needs a lot of work. I'm trying to be polite here because I like you guys, but yeah. Coordination, Winston and Diva. Sombra versus Hammond. Genji Tracer, if they have double sniper. Or Genji Hanzo, because you have a Hanzo player on your team. So Hanzo v Hanzo, Hanzo v Widow. That's good if they're running double sniper. But primarily, I know you're not going to run a ton of dive. Maybe 3 out of 10 games will be dive, and then the other 7 out of 10 will be like triple tank or goats or slambulance or some variant of that. Yeah, gee, like, good job on defense, but yeah, the attack is, yeah. There's just a lot of like wasted time that happened here, so that was unfortunate. But keep working at it and keep improving your synergy between main tank and flex tank there. I think that's the most important thing. That and never run Torb on attack on payload unless you have an Orisa or Ryan and Orisa, or you're doing full pirate ship or some variant of that. So yeah. And thus concludes the Rialto game. Game 1 of 4 in the series. And thank you for watching, everybody.